the Grick, and the stupid dwarfies, and the stupid elfies, naked, hiding in trees. They need to come down and stow themselves some clothes. And all these stupid other things that be living in these lands that we fight for, and that we kill things in. And it a tale about the funeral of a warlord. Okay, and many of you know this warlord. His name be Ivan, and he's the founder of the Triad. Okay, and the Triad be the Brotherhood of the Falcon, and it be the Elite Blood Falcons, and it be Dark Angels. And Ivan was the one who began this unit. And the goblins, it was Kudzu, it was Blixxx, and it was Scrade, and it was Malavan. And we had just come to the lands. We had gotten off the caravan, and we had shown up, and we were beginning to scout, thinking about places for sugar beets, and thinking about places to begin the conquest, and ways to mine the roads, and all the different objectives that we had begun to set for ourselves. And we came to these lands, and we had heard of this mighty warlord and his army. And so we knew them to be one of our greater threats. And so we had made contact with an orc who was a native of the land. We did not know that many monsters lived there, but his name was Dur-Demarion. And Dur-Demarion was an undoubtedly powerful shaman of the orcs. And he had scary bone skull staff with many voodoo items upon it. And he had scary one eye missing. And he could invoke the power of Grommash to heal and to hex and to curse. And anyway, Dur-Demarion had to talk like this because he orc. So how do we try to do Dur-Demarion voice when he talks like this? Okay, so anyway, that'd be Dur-Demarion. Be pretty great. And anyway, so Dur-Demarion and the goblins be plotting against stupid Triad, and we hear, fortunately we hear that their warlord champion Ivan, that he be dead. Well, we had been killing things upon the road there. We killed many stupid-looking pinkies and many stupid-looking Grick wearing armor and wearing the stupid blood chicken symbol, or wearing the stupid Brotherhood chicken thing symbol, or wearing whatever symbol thing they had be wearing. And we kill pretty indiscriminately, If they have something they want, we take. Maybe they have the pretty thing we want, or maybe they just in our way, or we want to leave them as a message to the others. And so, so we're thinking, hey, what better way to demoralize it? Before, let me back up just a bit and say, we hear about that he dead, and they'd be having a big funeral, because he'd be very loved. All these stupid piggies, for some reason, they just think he's so great, and because they're not understand. But so we think, okay, great way to demoralize them be go to funeral and say that we had killed him, and that because they did not take us seriously, they thought that we were just puny goblins, and so we thought it was going to be a pretty funny way to mess with them. So Dur-Demarion said, yeah, we can go. They trust Dur-Demarion. They will let Dur-Demarion come. And if Dur-Demarion vouch for Goblin, this is their time of mourning, and they not want to battle. So yes, you come. They will let you be in back. They respect Dur-Demarion. Dur-Demarion have been tricking them for a long time. So you come with me. It will be hilarious. I mean, okay, that's going to be good. So Dur-Demarion take us there, and they not like it because we have been battling them. But they let us in because Dur-Demarion have great sway with them, and God does not understand why. We look at each other and go, why they trust this orc Dur-Demarion? He seemed to be pretty great, and whatever that we think pretty great, they think pretty bad. So, but anyway, they let us in, and so Dur-Demarion could go to funeral pyre where they have not yet lit it, but his body be there upon fire. And he asked them if he can say words, and they say that they can, and that they have to wait for the appropriate time and ceremony when they let respected Dur-Demarion or shaman say the words to send off the great war leader and hero. And so until then, we'll be chanting and saying, Pissran mouth, eat alive, pass and mouth, and we say that we kill him, and that makes them very angry, and so they run after us, and they try to kill us, but we're very fast and wily, and we escape their every attempt, and it's pretty great. But this before the funeral, and that's one of the reasons why they're so mad at us, because we'd be taunting them the whole time. And so finally, they let us in with Dur, and we still taunt them, and they still hate it. So we have to kind of hide upon the edge of the funeral. We don't really get to stay near the front, but it's close enough to hear what Dur do, and that's the best part, because when it's come time for respected orc shaman Dur to say the words, he gets up and he say, "Okay." Well, let me do in voice of Dur, it's better. He's like, "Okay. Everyone, repeat after me. Dur going give to Ivan most honorific honor that orc can give to fallen warrior. So, everyone, repeat after me. It only can be done in orcish, so you must repeat after me." And they respect orc shaman. Oh, yes, yes. And so he say, "Hok fok shung hung." And they say, "Hok fok shung hung." And he throw the sugar upon the corpse. Give sugar, and he throw upon corpse. And then he say, "Shek fok more." And they say, "Shek fok more." And he throw water upon corpse. And then he say, "Ha chalu ma kumash hafor." And they say, "Ha ma kumash hafor." And they're stupid, but they say it, and it's close enough. And he say, okay, now Dur tell you what it means. He say, he takes sugar again, and he say, "Too sweet, no burn and fiery heat." He throws sugar again. He take water. He say, too sweet, no eat fairy meat. I threw it wrong. Too sweet, no eat fairy meat. And he throws sugar. And then he take water and throw water and say, "Too wet, no burn and fiery heat." Then you say, "Now forever serve at too much feet." And all stupid pinky look at each other, and they not understand at first, and it begins to dawn on them, and then they understand when from the back. And in the bushes they hear Goblin laugh and laugh and laugh, because Goblin realized what happened. Dur tricked them into sending their soul of their favorite warlord unto Grumash, the orc god, and for to ever serve him. And Dur say, most pinky souls go to Grumash, and they just be firewood. But it's good because Ivan gets to be footstool for Grumash. And you all have help. Snotbelly cannot get sound. But that's not the only auspicious and fortuitous thing that happened at Ivan's funeral. For when Goblin first arrived in the area where the fire was, and the general camp, of course Goblin have to camp far away, sort of hidden in woods, away from all of the other things, because they would definitely kill us. They really did not like us. They really would have killed us. And so we did camp very far away in a strange spot full of weeds and overgrown bushes and good hiding spots. And we kind of made a hovel. And it was very cold, so we just slept in a pile underground. But what was very auspicious and blessed and wonderful about our camping spot was when we first arrived and found our good hiding spot from which to launch our operations, our psychological operations against the stupid Pinky having their stupid funeral, was that our witch doctor Scrade spied a Pinky when we were just beginning to set up our camp. And some of us say she was Pinky, some of us say she was Kudzu. But what we can all agree on is what we saw and what Scrade confirmed, and what all of us knew in our hearts, was the avatar of Pissran had passed by in a great magical covered wagon drawn by powerful, furious white steeds. And as goblins were setting up our camp, she leaned out window of her carriage, and some of us recognized her as being a fabled warrior of the area known as Kalina, who was also a great warlord. But we had never seen her, we had just heard her legend. But when we saw her, we knew in our hearts, and like I say, Scrape confirmed, it's the avatar of Pissran. And we doubly know it's true, because she leaned out window of great magic carriage and say, where we setting up camp, she point and say, and she laughed, throw back her head and laugh, and say, "I just picked this there. Ha ha ha, and she whip her horses and drive away. And so we know. And that's be the first avatar of Pissran, and her name was Colina. And she had great white fur upon her shoulders. And she was a powerful warrior. Could have witnessed her power many, many times. She was also a householder in Thurisaz, which is kind of coming back. It's an old unit.
So Kudzu,
Yes,
is that where the saying "where Pissran piss, goblins spring up" come from?
yes. And thank you, Kazi. That is exactly where that saying comes from. Because we had heard from legend, but this gave real our legend. This make our legend real, and we know that where Pissran piss, goblins spring up. We are attracted to her pee. Let me take a deep breath. Any questions?
So, Ivan, Kudzu, you say most of you know Ivan. That is incorrect. Most of them almost certainly do not know Ivan, sadly. So please perhaps clarify a little bit more about Ivan to make the previous story have a little more impact.
Okay, well, I will talk like Kudzu, but I don't know if this is going to be like like it's kind of Ivan is a wonderful person, okay, and he's a wonderful character. And oh, here's something I left out of the story before I get off of story mode here. I forgot to mention that what I learned later. See, Ivan is still very much alive, to our mirth and dismay, both kind of. But Ivan is here, and he's been coming to events, he's been around, and so he obviously did not die. But what I think happened was, and I've kind of been getting with Dur and Ivan themselves to kind of make this part of the story, is that Ivan had faked his own death to do some mission. You know, like I just see like the last panel of a black and white comic book, and Ivan's like, "The fool stink me dead." But this deception was important for my mission. Because he's really, and see, the thing about Ivan is so great is we pissed him off so frigging bad at that event, like basically wrecking the like kind of somber mood that we're trying to achieve at his funeral by like chanting "piss him out, eat alive" and all this crap. But but he was the one that stood up for us and was like, "No, that's awesome. They're awesome. You guys shut up." Like he told Onyx and all the other EBS guys and everybody else that was having a hissy fit about what we were doing, really mad at us. You know what I mean? They're like, "No, calm down. That's what goblins do. That was hilarious. You guys are being silly." You know what I mean? So Ivan, if you don't know who he is, if you ever get to meet him at an event or anything, he's founded the Triad, and he's an awesome dude. And he totally supported goblins from the get-go. When I know of a lot of dorks that do this game would have totally taken offense and would have hated us for the rest of our lives. But it was cool, and he saw it and knew it was cool, and told his friends to shut up and that it was cool. And so, yeah. So I think that he got with Duroc, and like Duroc and him planned to fake his death, and that the goblins did kill somebody, but that's who they burned, whoever we just randomly killed and pissed in mouth and ate alive. And so we ate his butt jerky. We have Ivan's butt jerky, but I guess it wasn't really Ivan's butt jerky. So we've been living a lie, eating Ivan's butt jerky all these years. It wasn't Ivan's butt jerky. It was some other fat ass's butt jerky.
Okay, awesome.
So, anyways. But Ivan's a great man. He's wonderful, and he's just a cool dude. His real name is Jamie Durham, and he's a really cool dude. And like, he's way cooler than the EBS. My apologies to Shy, but like, he's got more cool in his pinky than the EBS has in every single member. I mean, God love him, but Ivan is the man.
Cool.
Let me see. Snotbelly is still not here. I was hoping Snotbelly would be here because I want to talk about Biome. Oh, he has to be here. He said he can't get sound. That's lame.
He was on for a second.
I want to talk about, oh, there he is. He's kind of in the channel, but he said he can't get sound.
He hasn't said anything recently, I don't know.